Alright guys, hi. What's up? Welcome back. We're playing Orbient. Yes, I'm sure I want to play this. Of course I am. Last time we left off, we were on stage 18, I think. And last time we got really, like, deep and philosophical about... We're just gonna orbit this for a little bit, let the purple planets... So this is... No, I lied. I'm not going to do that yet. We are going to... What we're going to try and do here is just kind of let the motion of the wheel do things. Also, I'm salty. So I tried to record an episode before this, and turns out the fancy new way I was recording Facecam does not, in fact, work like I want it to. So I can't do that. So I have to go back to the way I was doing it normally, except the problem with that is that I have to re-record this episode, so I already know what this planet and the next couple areas look like. So spoilers. But last time we got super deep about how to be an adult, I guess. You know, how to figure out what you want to do with your Sonderhofteich. Oh, I should mention that now that that's reminded me. I did that in the last video too. It's an odd habit I've picked up, I'll admit it, but I tend to make angry assorted consonant sounds when a thing happens, just mostly for my own sake, because I don't like to swear. So that was what that was last video. I didn't, like, randomly start speaking a third language or something. No, a third language, as if I speak Spanish with any amount of ability that I could say it's one of the languages I speak. I do actually know some Spanish. I know enough Spanish that I'm being, like, insulted, and that's about all I know, honestly. Like, at least all I remember from high school Spanish. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school, and it did not do me a lot. It got me out of having to take Spanish in college, and that's about all I needed from it, so I ran with it. Also, there's definitely a faster way to do what I'm trying to do here. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, we got 1 health left now. That's cool and good. But hey, once we get that blue planet there, we can finish this level. Because we can get the target planet that's chilling out right there. Everybody see it? Right there. Right there, we're about to run into it. See, the thing about this is you just kind of have to stall until you do that. I cannot believe that worked. Oh, I didn't do that right. I wanted to... there we go. I wanted to orbit that planet, and then I was like going way too fast, and it spooked me. So now we're just gonna take this orbit here, and we're just gonna wait for the target planet to drop by. That might actually... We didn't need to eat that planet, but it might make things easier because it gives us a larger orbit range. Oh, look at how close it is to us, too. That was so close. And we have 2 lives now to continue on with. Everyone's favorite. That might actually be an upside to having to re-record this, is I don't have to... I'm just gonna see what this particular orbit... Ooh, that worked a lot. Uh-oh. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, this is the one. See, I was losing a bunch of lives on the last one because this is the one when I was playing it last time, where you just kind of have to. There's 3 planets around that center purple thing, and that those 3 planets then further have a bunch of planets around them that you then eat, and you just kind of gotta wait and not let it roll right over you, so to speak. Oh, and you really don't want to get into the orbits around these big planets like I just did, because I'm a dummy. I love that, like, little that it does when you mash the A per G button for long enough. It's a cool noise. Also, I should mention that I just brained about that earlier. This is just gonna make me talk about paper cuts, but, so, you know how we were reading those old sci-fi serials? I was having a good time, but it didn't look like a lot of you were enjoying them too much, so Paper Cuts actually now has a bit of a different focus. It's gonna be more of, like, classic lit novels, so to speak. Not even necessarily classic lit novels, just classic novels, because they're in the public domain and I don't have to worry about performance rights. So, that's a thing, but also, returning to why I was talking about this because of A per G, dead. A per G, oh, that's a neat death sound. I like that death sound. A per G in old science fiction especially is kind of like the opposite pole to gravity. You know how, like, magnets have a north and south pole, and batteries have, you know, batteries and by extension electricity, I guess, have a positive and negative pole. The idea behind apogee, why am I, like, floating out in the middle of nowhere when I have all this gravity I'm using? This level confuses me. Probably because maybe the target planet is having more of an effect on me? I don't know. But anyway, A per G is actually, in old science fiction anyway, now we know gravity doesn't have polarity. Well, we're pretty sure gravity doesn't have polarity anyway. The idea behind A per G is it's a postondayo. That's even worse. Beautiful, flawless victory. The idea behind A per G is it's the opposite pole of gravity. So, you know, when I hit A, it does gravity, and it makes me go places. When I do B, it causes A per G, and it makes me push away from things. And the idea, you know, A per G is essentially anti-gravity. It's just a fancy way of putting it. Wow, we're just floating out in the middle of nowhere now. I don't know, I think A per G is actually in the tags for these videos, if I remember right, so that's a thing. But anyway, Paper Cuts is definitely, we're definitely changing things around a little bit. By we I mean me, we're reading, like, classical novels now, rather than just these old science fiction serials, because as neat as these old science fiction serials are, there we go, that's what I meant to do earlier. We're gonna try and orbit some things too, or we can eat that one, that's fine. But the idea is that as much as I enjoyed reading those old science fiction serials, it didn't seem like they were getting a lot of clicks. So I might just read those on my own darn time. If a lot of people, I should say, if a lot of you are particularly enthused about the serials, you know, shout at me, I'll consider it. But right now, I'm thinking we're gonna do kind of classical novels, just for the sake of viewership. Plus, it makes it easier if we're reading, you know, a longer form story to keep up with. It's easier to keep up with it. Like, with the serials, you were like, is there another part to this? Or what's going on? It was a little difficult to keep up with. I'm gonna get here. But at least I got to eat that planet. And now we get to move on over there. Oh no, we're gonna eat the thing. We're gonna do the thing. We're gonna get the orbit from there. Maybe. You know what? I should really quit while I'm ahead. I should really quit while I'm ahead, but here I am not quitting while I'm ahead. But the shtick for paper cuts for now is gonna be that we're reading classical novels. Last time I recorded paper cuts, from my perspective, we did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is, you know, a classic. A lot of people enjoy that one. We are going the exact opposite direction that I want to be going right now. But at least we got the bonus moon. We're gonna get some lives with all these Orbity boys. Look at all these boys. I wonder if, like, because of the way you tend to pick up moons and stuff, do these follow, like, the Galilean sequence of moons? Like, do they have some kind of beat frequency? Like, hang on, let me watch this. So this one goes around... Gosh dang it, now we're gonna have to wait. I'm trying to look at these moons to see if they have any kind of beat frequency, like Galilean pattern, but it doesn't look like it. Come on. It was right there. Now we gotta wait we gotta go all the way around and wait again. Lame. But yeah, paper cuts is gonna be more so focused on, like, books you'd read in a classic lit class, or books, you know, that are lauded as a classic of the genre, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, you might read that in, like, a gothic lit class, for an example. Or what else do I have in mind? I was thinking another H.G. Wells story, which is, you know, a classic for a reason. Okay, if we do this, if we time this right, we might be able to do this. Yes, we did it. Nice, that's what I was trying to do earlier and it didn't work. So that was cool. I wonder if you... actually, speaking of, like, Galilean moon patterns, they have, like, a beat frequency to them. I guess you would have to have them at specific distances from your planet, because, no, they'd have to be moving at specific speeds. We did it under the clear time! Wow! So the official time is what you're aiming for, and the clear time is what you hit. I still can't tell, but regardless, we got the actual time this time. That doesn't happen often. What do you mean I didn't get enough points? You know what, I'm gonna accept it, because we just got a bunch of lives, so I'll take it. This is the stage that I did not get to while recording last time. Oh no, I did get here. This is the weird one. This is like a field of, like, it's an alternating grid of these purple nonagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, sides. It's either it's not an octagon because it would look like a stop sign, so it's gotta be a nonagon. Like these little nonagon purple planets and these normal large red planets. It's like a grid of these, and you gotta float around and wait to hit a blue boy, which is interesting. Oh, I need to get in closer. Further. There we go. And then if my growth animation times correctly, we missed it. Oh, I need to move. Okay. That worked. Oh, and we're gonna come right around and hit the blue planet. Oh, perfect. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful. That's gotta set some kind of speedrun record or something. That was flawless. As long as we don't run into the... Yes! Oh, that was endlessly satisfying. Oh my gosh. That was perfect. If this is like some kind of record, I'm gonna flip out. A clear time, 1:17. Wow. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it about that one. That was awesome. Ooh, I'm sure there's like some kind of sequence of buttons. Oh, this one. So this one's kind of another one where you kind of gotta wait for the wheel to run over you, so to speak, because there's just so many orbits going on at once and you gotta avoid things. So This background is really cool, by the way. It's like got the moon rolling down under us, or at least a moon-like texture rolling down under us there. And then we got the pale blue marble looking thing up there. It's a cool texture. It makes me wonder if these stars are like aligned to some kind of constellation grid, but then like that wouldn't make any sense because they're parallax scrolling in the background and you can only really see constellations from one point of reference, you know, because anyway, like, because your constellations wouldn't mean anything if you're out in space, you know. I don't know, I'm blithering about space things, as I often tend to do in these episodes, because I think space is neat and that's half the reason I'm playing this game. Something I picked up earlier is the lighting on these larger planets actually changes based on where your little boy planet is, and by extension where the apergy and gravity particles come from. God, this is such a... And like, because the screen mirrors and stuff, it's hard to tell what kind of system's going on here. Like, I know something's up. Oh, there's a blue planet. Too late now. Oh, I don't want to orbit this. No. I didn't want to orbit this. Oh, no. Oh, come on. If I'd have pulled in, that would have worked. Oh, this is going to work perfectly. And then we're going to run into something, because I'm absolutely incorrect about everything all the time. JK, I lied. Oh, and if we get in close... that worked phenomenally. All we got to do is eat one more of these blue boys, and that's that. Oh, and we orbited that one. Oh, good. Alright, all we got to do is see that blue one back there, or that blue one over there. All we gotta do is let one of them hit us, and then we're good. And I'm sure that happens at some point. There's gotta be some kind of like convergence timing that I can nail. Like, I'm sure, because look at the way these move. It's like watching gears move, man. It's such a cool animation. Like, I could watch this like kind of movement just for a long time. Oh, of course, the purple pellets, the purple pellety looking planet that definitely doesn't look solid. Like, look at that thing. It looks like a collection of space debris. It doesn't even look like a planet proper. We're just gonna wait right here, because I think this is where oh, yes, we are. Look at there. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I lied, because of the target planet. Are you for real? If we orbit this just so, we can do that, first of all. Also, the music, this is a really interesting music engine. It reacts based on a variety of things, but the biggest one I've seen is how many planets you have orbiting you, which is cool. Is there not? There it is. Oh, and I can't orbit this one because then the purple planets will come hit me. Rude. I wonder why, like, functionally, like, space-wise, I mean, why would this purple planet... Oh, come here, come here. Oh, no, we're gonna miss it. Oh, that happened. That's why I didn't want to get into an orbit around this planet, but I wanted the blue planet. Gosh dang it. I'm trying to, like, just let myself, like, glide along the orbits of these planets without actually interacting with them, such that I move in such a way that the blue planet, like that one right there, just comes and hits me. And maybe it'll come around this time. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, no, I lied. That's definitely not gonna work. No, 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 no. Oh, we can definitely do it this time. Oh, we're not going fast enough. We're not going anywhere near fast enough. I'm sure there's a faster way of doing this, but I want to hold on to every one of my 8 lives. Plus now, we're just now getting to the 20-minute timestamp, so it's fine, you know, we got time. Oh no! That has happened at least 4 or 5 times. The target planet just being like, lol, no, you don't get to have that blue planet you were eyeing. This does not work like I wanted to, never mind. I was waiting there to die. I'm sure, like, you could have used the actual gravity to, like, fling around that one, but that did not look like something appealing to me. Gosh dang it, we're just watching this blue planet go by, like, a bunch of times. That's this entire episode, is just watching this blue planet go by. Okay, if we wait here, if we wait right, I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. Oh, man. I didn't want that to happen. Oh, come on. Come on. Be there. Be there, be there, be there. Be there, please. Oh, it's not there. What we're gonna do is this. Because I'm sick of waiting for this blue planet to just live its life. So, we're just gonna wait here. And we're gonna wait for the blue planet to converge properly. Because I'm sure that's something we can do. The issue is if something lines up that'll hit me into that purple planet, it'll make me a very unhappy camper. It's right there! Thank you! Oh yes! Now we just gotta get the target planet. Here it comes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, target planet. It solved itself all at once. Beautiful, flawless. Anyway, that's all we got. That's all we got for time today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please go vote on Frozen Tundra Finds. It needs to happen. I need you guys to vote. We'll come back next week with Stage 22. But I need you guys to vote so that I know what you guys want, because none of you comment. So I need you guys to vote and or comment, honestly. Just let me know so I don't have to go purely off view counts, because view counts are kind of nebulous, you know. It's like, oh man, I shared this one at the right time and this one not at the right time. Anyway, that's all from me, folks. I hope you have a great week. See you next week.